Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. If you are planning on saving money for a wedding, for your emergency fund, for a car, for a vacation, you may have heard of high yield savings accounts and maybe you already have one and you just want to know what's going on. But today we're going to go over the best high yield savings accounts I've identified. And I've been reviewing this high yield savings account and analyzing the best financial tools to help you make passive income and protect your wealth. And these are the ones that are worth your attention in this month in February 2026. And let's get right into the video. And just remember that all of the options I'm going to be sharing here with you are FDIC insured, which are great for peace of mind. That basically means that if you are somebody who is banking with an organization and the organization goes under, then the FDIC steps in. Well, two things will happen. Either the bank will get bought out, in which case your account will just transfer, or the other option is the FDIC will step in and they will give you your money back. That's why it's important to be within the threshold of $250,000. And there's multiple ways that you can increase this by adding another co-joint owner to your account, or you can also increase your FDIC insurance by adding beneficiaries. Now, with that being said, let's go right into the options that I've identified here. And one of the most popular ones that I've talked about, and if you look on YouTube and you look up high yield savings accounts, one of them is SoFi. And here's the reason why it's very, very popular, especially from our partners at money.com. Now, the current APY that SoFi is offering is up to 4% with direct deposit, and they give you a 0.7% additional on top of the base rate, which is currently 3.3%. Now, there's two main ways that you can get this specific boost, and that is by setting up direct deposit, as I mentioned, or you pay the $10 a month SoFi Plus membership. And in my personal estimation, most people would be okay with just setting up a direct deposit, and that it's going to help you unlock a lot of the benefits, if not all of the benefits that SoFi has to offer. Now, in addition to the 0.7%, they also have the up to $300 bonus. Now, SoFi has been offering this bonus right here for the longest time. I can't remember. I think when I first signed up with them, didn't have any offers. Then it went to 250. Now it's 300. But here's the key: you do need to have a $5,000 direct deposit every 31 days total, right? So just total $5,000 plus direct deposit. That is going to help you unlock that $300. And if you have between $1,000 and $4,999, then you do get $50. So all of that is very important to make sure that you get the right interest rate and the bonus, because those are two big incentives that you get when you consider this organization. Now, a couple of the pros that I've identified with this organization itself is the high account opening bonus, of course, also the ATM access through checking. When you open an account with SoFi High Yield Savings, they do automatically open a checking account. And this is like a big financial hub and organization, and they have a lot of products to offer, including investing, mortgages, loans, and all of that. One thing they don't have is CDs, which I'm actually a little bit puzzled by it, but it is what it is. Now, some of the cons, of course, is that, as I mentioned, you do need direct deposit to get the high APY, and you need minimum deposit for the bonus. Now, I've been actually being a customer from SoFi since 2018, and this one is best for anybody that is looking for a new financial hub. For example, checking, saving, you want investing, loans, and especially you're looking for a dashboard that is going to help you see how you are doing. They do have a way for them to show your net worth, and they give you all these different tools. So if you're somebody that is looking for a new hub, then SoFi is a great option for you. Now, here's a couple of screenshots from the website itself about the 4.0% APY, the $300. That offer runs all the way up to March 30th, 2026. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you don't get 4.0% locked. You get 0.7% on top of whatever the base rate is. Right now it's 3.3%. And in February, it may go down depending on what the Federal Reserve, excuse me, in March, depending on what the Federal Reserve ends up doing. So here's a couple of other benefits that you do get with SoFi, such as today early paycheck, knock-on fees, overdraft coverage, etc. All right, so here's how the SoFi bonus works. So please go screenshot this so you can get all of the details that you need to know. This is basically explaining everything that I just mentioned. Okay, now If you think SoFi, hey, SoFi is not for me, I don't want to set up direct deposit, and I just want a savings account that I can just set and forget, then that's when Barclays and a couple of other options that I share here with you in this video are going to come very, very handy. So Barclays is currently offering an interest of 4.0% if you have 250 grand or more, or for most people out there, you would need 3.85%. If I were to sign up with Barclays today, I will get a 3.85%, which is only a 0.15% difference. So it's really not that much. It's not that significant. It is what it is. And they do have also an account opening bonus of $200 if you deposit $30,000 plus. Now, some of the pros of this account specifically with Barclays is the fact that they do have credit cards, CDs, loans, and a few other services, basically like a mini financial hub. And of course, a high APY that you get with no strings attached. And one caveat that you need to know with this organization is that you can only access your money by transferring to another organization. That is ACH transfer. So if you have an account with Barclays and you have an account, let's say, with let's just say Bank of America. So then you will only be able to transfer from Bank of America to Barclays. There's no checking account. There's nothing else. The best way is just to transfer. So it does take a little bit more planning when you want to get your savings out of Barclays. Now, the way I personally see this specific account is for anybody who's looking for an account that is just simple, set it and forget it savings account with a high interest. Here's a couple of screenshots from the website explaining basically expanding everything that I just mentioned. Now, another option I've identified here when it comes to high yield savings accounts is CIT Bank. Now, CIT Bank is actually a branch of First Citizens Bank, which has been in business for the longest time. They're currently offering 3.75% APY. Now, the caveat with this one is that in order to get the high APY, the platinum savings, you do need to have $5,000 or more balance, and you need to start with at least $100. They also, at the time that I researched this video, this is not going to last forever. It's the account opening bonus. So you get $225 with 25,000 or $300 with $50,000 deposit. And this is the code right here, PS 2025. Now, this one right here comes and goes. As I mentioned, tracking and analyzing these high yield savings for quite a while now. And so these bonuses come and go, right? So I just want to let you know in case you go into the website and you're like, hey, how can I enter this bonus? It's not working anymore. And then they may have pulled it. That's why it's important to just, as soon as we see these bonuses and the high interest rates, then the way I see it is just a good idea to just lock it because you're going to be looking for an account anyways. Then might as well just take advantage of it. Now, this is also best one for anybody that is looking for setting it and forgetting it. So that's you, then CIT is also a great option. Here's a screenshot from the website itself from the Platinum Savings. Now, this actually brings us to our fourth option today, and this one is Valley Direct. Now, Valley Direct is actually one of the banks that just popped up on my radar, and that is because they do offer a high interest. Currently, they have a 4.0% APY, but here's the caveat. You do need $1,000 to start. If you're starting with $10, $100, then this may not be the best option for you. They are offering 0.6% on top of their base rate, which is 3.4% for new customers. So the process, of course, a high APY. The cons is that it is a minimum $1,000 to open. So if you're somebody that is looking to get the most out of your APY and your interest, then this could be a great option for you. Remember that you do get this promo rate for up to 1 year, according to the website. I'm going to show you here a couple of more details that come with this organization. Now, here's other options that I want to share here with you because I'm sure that you may have heard of them, you may run into them, and it's important to mention them because they are good products and good organizations out there. And I'm going to show you here how you can choose amongst all of these because I completely understand that it can be a little overwhelming. Like, okay, everybody's got good rates. Okay, so then how do I choose one, right? So Ally right now is at 3.3%. Wealthfront, which is a fintech, by the way, I talked about fintechs and the differences with banks. So I encourage you to look at that Wealthfront review if Wealthfront is for you. Currently offering up to 3.95%, and that is, of course, with a bonus rate, and they give you an additional 0.5%, I believe. Now, also, Marcus right now is at 3.65%. Now, Marcus right now is running an offer, and they're giving you up to $1,500, but you need to deposit at least $100,000, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. Capital One is at 3.3%. Fidelity, which is a cash management account. Now, let me explain what that means here to you here in a second. Let me take a little bit of time because this is important and it's going to help you maximize your money. So, if you are somebody that is using your high yield savings account and you're constantly taking money in, putting money out, to cut that backwards, you're putting money in, taking money out, then if you want high interest with a checking account, then Fidelity may be a better option for you. I just want to let you know that that is also an option if you want a high yield checking account that you could also use as a high yield savings if that's what you wish to do. And then, of course, then we have American Express, and that is also an option that is very, very hot nowadays. I think mainly the draw with American Express is, of course, the breadth and the credibility and the reputation of the organization itself. Now, with that being said, my friends, now I know that I just gave you a ton of options, and so here's how I will personally choose it in my personal recommendation. Now, for most people, I want to say that the best option is going to be SoFi, and here's why. It gives you the highest bonus of $300 with the lowest barrier of entry, right? You just need direct deposit of $5,000 direct deposit monthly, and you get your $300. And you also get a promotional rate of up to 4.0% for 6 months. And they give you everything that you need in order to run your personal banking needs and structure. So you get the checking account, you get the high yield savings account, if you have any loans that you're trying to refinance, it also offers refinancing options. And they also give you a couple of other benefits and advantages if you have everything in one place, if you set up direct deposit, checking. So they have a lot of features and they really make it super easy to have everything in one place. That's the way I personally see it. As I mentioned previously, I have been banking with SoFi since 2018. I use them for my sinking funds. Now, if you want simplicity, if you're somebody that says, hey, you know what? I want no strings attached. I just want an account that is going to help me earn high interest, that is FDIC insured, that I can access my money, an organization that is reputable. Then in that case, the best option is Barclays because they still offer the high APY. You can just set it and forget it, and there's also no extra features or minimums, right? You can start with $1, $5, and that's just that. Now, with all of this being said, now here's what I'll say. At the end of the day, my friends, whether SoFi or Barclays is for you, when it's all said and done, it's going to come down to how you personally feel about building a relationship with any of these organizations. I just want to encourage you to take action and don't overthink this. This is not a huge decision. As long as the bank is FDIC insured, it is reputable. Overall, it's got good customer reviews, and you can access your money relatively quickly, either through ATM or within a couple of business days. Then you are going to be good to go. Now, of course, if Barclays or SoFi are for you, or any of the options I discussed in the video are for you, make sure that you sign up with the links in the description. They do support the channel. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions on rates or anything like that, let me know in the comments. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.